Hello YouTube, message in a bottle here with another video. Sorry for the creepy video that I made recently, especially the YouTube short. I had a person down in the comment section below. I believe his name is Mondo. Mondo, if you're watching this, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. It just, I think people kind of forget what's the whole point of this channel. And the whole point of this channel is essentially delivering a message even though the world around you is burning down. And when I say burning down, I mean like things are getting worse out there. But the only thing you can do is save yourself and save the people around you much as you can. Obviously, you cannot save anyone, I mean everyone, but you could save someone. And that's why I kind of believe in some of the ancient stories where a person attempts to save everyone, but he ends up saving a few people, if not people that are very dire and close to him. That does sound selfish in a way, but it's a reasonable selfishness that is totally understandable because, again, we live in a cruel world where people are willing to throw you under the bus, and depending on that person, depending who that person is, it could be your family, it could be relatives, loved ones, even complete stranger. Even though complete strangers, they don't feel any. How do I say this? They don't feel anything regretful, or should I say, something that bound to servitude towards you. Because again, stranger is a stranger, stranger danger. But yeah, we live in a cruel world where people are willing to be- betray you and backstab you. But still, though, there are still good people out there, and there are still good family members who generally cares about you, that generally wants you, wants to see you thrive, be healthy, live a happy life. And the whole point of this YouTube channel is essentially trying trying my best to deliver a message where you guys could take that message and essentially think for yourself, guys. Think for yourself, be alert, be aware, and depending what you want to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I personally feel like you should go for it. Go for it and do what you do that makes you happy. But don't be stupid. I'm trying my best not to say vulgar terms here, but stupid is definitely a term that I'm going to use a lot, especially in my next video or my upcoming video, because there's something that I totally agree with a philosopher, or should I say, a philosophy video that talks about how stupidity is more dangerous than evil. And I feel like some of the problems that I see with people, including myself, because as a human being, I'm also stupid. I'm capable of stupidity. Most people, they have a combination of ego, pride, and stupidity and laziness. All those combined prevents an individual from achieving their goals, achieving their happiness, achieving, like, how do I say this? Setting themselves up for a higher position, for they themselves could provide for the people around them and help other people much as they can. But if they never set themselves up or be in a position where they can help people, if they don't do that in the first place, then they can't really help anybody, including themselves. And it's kind of sad when you see that, but it's even more sadder when they devolve into criminality, into sheer stupidity that destroy their own life. And I've seen that countless of times. This is the whole point of this YouTube channel, guys, is to deliver a message hoping to steer you in the right direction. But at the same time, I'm using my personal story, a little acnoids. That's how people say it. Acnoids or axoid. I don't know how to pronounce some stuff, guys. I do have a speech impediment, but the whole point I'm trying to say is that this YouTube channel, I'm hoping you, as the viewers, could watch this, listen to what I gotta say, and hopefully some of my personal story, my messages, could steer you in the right direction. But at the same time, I strongly encourage you guys to think for yourself, because not all the time your coaches, your loved ones will be with you 24/7. There will be a lot of times in your life where you gotta do independent stuff, independent thinking, independent life decision making. It depends what you want to do as an individual. Like the choices you make is gonna be essentially life altering. Me, I had to make those decisions on my own, and I'll be honest, I'm glad where I'm at right now. Right now where I'm at is literally a gift, and I feel like a lot of people will envy to be in my position, especially that individual that I talked about in my last video. That message video that I made, guys, it's not only a message video for the individual that I'm talking to, but also you guys, the viewers, to let you guys know that stuff like that does happen. The reason why you saw in the beginning of the clip of showing how a woman could destroy a man's life is because that's one of the biggest life decision making you as an individual, not just a man but also a woman, can make. And depending who you choose as your life partner, it could go either uphill or downhill. And sadly, we live in a world that majority of marriages, dating life, it's all going downhill because people are making piss poor decision. They're not alert. They don't pay attention to their surrounding. They don't pay attention to the person that they're with. And I bet my money the reason why that people get together is either out of lust or out of the fact that they had fun. Even though that fun was a one-time thing, they decide to stay together for whatever reason, but not for the right reason. And because of that, that's why we see a lot of marriages fail, a lot of marriages become sexless, and most importantly, they end very badly where the woman will try to destroy a man's life. Now, I will be fair here. Sometimes there are bad apples in both sides. So that means, yes, there are bad apples in men's side, and yes, there are some husbands that are abusers. But overwhelmingly, almost majority of the time, it's women that takes advantage of men. And why? It's because women, they kind of know that they could get away with it. They kind of know that they could get away a lot of bullshit. And it's kind of funny now that I think about it, because me personally, I've seen women kind of brag about it because they know it's true. They know it's true. So, yeah, just the whole point of this YouTube channel, guys, is making videos for you guys, the viewers, to have a message that you guys, hopefully, you guys could think for yourself and make the right decision in your life, steer yourself in the right direction. This is pretty good quote that I saw, and the quote says, "God is gonna push the boat in the ocean. It is your job to steer it." And I kind of like that quote. I could be wrong on what the quote says. I'll look for it. I'll look for it and post it up here in this video. But I really like this quote because it's essentially saying that all you have to do is do your part. Do your part, and you will go to the right direction in your own life. But sadly, there's a lot of people out there that are being dumb, that are not being self aware, being lazy. And as a result, when they have their little ego, they throw their life away. And it's funny because this organization that I joined for I could get a better life for myself, that was the number one thing that my instructor said to me: stop wasting your life away. And I like that quote. That message video that I made earlier, guys, I have a gut feeling that guy is not gonna end well with his relationship, especially the fact that her closest friend realized that she's with him for the wrong reason. And if you guys remember what I said in my previous video, I said that I'm very baffled that we still live in a world where, despite that woman has equal rights towards a man, despite that woman has a lot of benefits, a lot of, you know, things that they could do on their own, independence, they still make those dumb decisions. They still make those dumb choices where a woman will date a man that they're not sincerely attracted to for other reasons, whether the fact that the guy is either fun, he has a car, he has a fancy lifestyle that she wants to be a part of, even though the guy is boring, even though the guy is not that good looking or attractive, gives her the ick. I'm still baffled that girls be with a guy for the wrong reason, and I have a gut feeling that that was the case in that shenanigan, and that's why I made that message video story. That message video was not just for him, but for you guys, the viewers, because I have a gut feeling that this is way more common than people realize. And the saddest part is it's usually us men that choose to ignore this, that we put our heads down in the sand and choose to ignore it because we want to believe in that fantasy, that happily ever after fantasy. So, yeah, the whole point of this YouTube channel is, for me to tell stories and essentially hoping that my message could reach to you guys and you guys could make the right choices on your own. At the same time, I will announce that I do have another YouTube channel, but this YouTube channel is kind of private, and I wanted to separate that YouTube channel with this channel because one of my viewers, he got a little concerned and he left a comment down in the comment section below. He was kind of worried about my mental health. Me, I'm perfectly fine. And matter of fact, I'm kind of happy to see that. I'm kind of happy to see somebody like genuinely cares or show concern. But rest assured you, to that person, he has nothing to worry about. It's just this channel is meant to be controversial. This channel is meant to push some emotional buttons here and there. And this channel is sort of meant to be, what's the best way I could say it? A little delving into the dark side of humanity, if that makes any sense. Because there's a lot of shenanigans that I see with my own eyes that I want to essentially discuss in this YouTube channel. But I do have another YouTube channel that's purely about video games and it's more lighthearted. So if you guys watch that other video game YouTube channel, you will notice that I'm more happier and more coherent the way I talk, like more how you say bubbly, if that makes any sense. And yeah, the reason why I separate that YouTube channel with this one is because it doesn't make sense if I have one YouTube channel that does a lot of stuff. If you guys know what I mean. Same thing with this other YouTuber that I used to watch a lot. His name is Thinking Ape. He made two different YouTube channel. One about life stuff, and that YouTube channel he sounds a little sad and he sounds a little depressing, but rest assured you, he's not. And then he has another gaming video game channel, and in that channel he sounds very happy. He sounds very lighthearted, and he sounds sometimes excited when it comes to video games, like a brand new video game coming out. So yeah, I'm just letting you guys know that I'm perfectly fine, and yeah, I do have another YouTube channel, but I don't want to associate the two channels together, if that makes any sense. It makes more sense for me to separate the context that I'm trying to make here into two different YouTube channels. But anyway, since I'm ranting enough and vomiting random words here, all I gotta say, guys, is this YouTube channel is meant to be controversial. It's meant to push some emotional buttons, and at the same time I want to talk about my personal life story and what I learned from them, and hopefully whatever video I make, it reach to you guys, my message. That's why I named my YouTube channel Message in a Bottle. And you guys, could absorb that wisdom and hopefully you guys can make better life decision making than me. So yeah, just don't be dumb. Be self-aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Make better choices, because really at the end of the day, guys, it's really in your hands. Even if you're in a shitty environment that you cannot help with, it's really in your hands. Like there's a lot of decision making in your life that could improve yourself. It's not about what you cannot control, it's more like what you can control. That's a big lesson right there. Alright, guys, I think I ranted enough. I will make more videos and I'll try my best to make the videos more lighthearted, but yeah, um, I'm gonna brainstorm more videos for this YouTube channel. But thank you guys for listening and thank you for watching. Goodbye.